I don't know her, but still received her wedding invite. Clooney exposed social climber Meghan's trick. Chronicles of Markle, what did Meghan hope to achieve by inviting Hollywood's elite to her wedding? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding wasn't as fancy as Kate and William's or the Queen and Prince Philip's. Yet, it had a very extensive guests list that included a big number of celebrities. "We're inviting strangers to our wedding." When Meghan Markle emerged from St. George's Chapel on that perfect day on the 19th of May 2018 as the Duchess of Sussex, the world rejoiced. However, many people noticed something wasn't quite right. This was before all the negative stories came out about her poor behavior. Many people around the world noticed that she had invited A-list celebrities to the wedding that she hardly knew. Amal and George Clooney, Oprah, Idris Elba, Elton John, and James Corden, they were all invited to the royal wedding. Were they all Meghan Markle's friends? Not exactly. One expert claims that Meghan Markle chose her wedding guests with a hidden agenda in mind. Meghan is smart and she showed her purpose at her wedding by the people she invited. She invited people she didn't know well, Oprah, George and Amal Clooney, the big Hollywood hitters. It was a clever move because they are the ones who have stood up for her when she has been attacked. We have to agree with the royal biographer as it's evident that the Duchess trick worked like magic. Thinking back on it, it is still raising questions. I published a post about one of Harry's godmothers asking George and Amal Clooney how they knew the couple. I've also said previously that the wedding is more of a networking event than a symbol of Meghan and Harry's love. Still, I stand by that. After all, Markle claimed to Oprah that she and H got married in their backyard 3 days before the spectacle. The Archbishop of Canterbury came out saying that if they were wed 3 days before, he would have committed a criminal offence. If you go back and watch the video of Meghan saying this, Harry ducks his head and says nothing to correct her. The Archbishop is correct as the Queen is the head of the Church of England, and to marry someone before the actual date is an offence. The Sussexes' marriage certificate debunks the claim as the date says May 19, 2018, not May 16. Clearly that George and Amal Clooney have never had any friendship with Meghan. I don't know her but she still invited me to royal wedding. Later, royal baby fever has taken over following the arrival of Harry and Meghan's new addition, and now, everyone seems to be convinced that George will be revealed as the little bundle of joy's godfather. However, speaking to Extra, Clooney was quick to squash the swirling speculation and said, "Everybody loves their rumors. It's not true." And in true Clooney fashion, he couldn't resist then joking, "You don't want me to be a godparent of anybody. I'm barely a parent at this point. It's frightening." The wedding guest debacle. What Meghan wants, Meghan gets. These are the words Harry allegedly uttered when he threw a colossal tantrum over something. So if Meghan wanted A-listers at their wedding, she could have it, regardless if they knew them. I understand why the Suits cast was there. Harry was friends with the Beckhams. But, Oprah? Idris Elba and his now wife Sabrina? I'm not sure, but I think Harry was acquainted with Idris through charity work. Oh, and Elton John has known Harry, and William, for years as he was friends with their late mother. So, that's fine if they know the guests. Brittany of the Royal News Network brought up in a recent video that she had been following some Hollywood circles around the time Meghan was on the scene, and not once had she heard of her before her engagement to Harry. I have to admit I was in the same mindset. I had never heard of Meghan before the engagement. Despite the PR push that Markle was this big star in Hollywood, she wasn't, and it is my belief why people started to ask questions about the wedding guests. Meghan wanted to make people believe she was a big deal in Hollywood by inviting A-listers. Also, I think that she thought people would believe it, forgetting that the internet exists. I was also in the same frame of mind Brittany was about Meghan being Harry's fiancée purely for fame. However, jump forward 5 years, it seems that the Sussexes have become a real thing based on selfish ideologies of how the world owes them. Just because you invite A-list celebrities to your wedding doesn't mean you become one of them. It just doesn't work that way. Also, kudos to Reese Witherspoon for not going and stating why. Piers Morgan once said, It was purely platonic, I hasten to add. She went in the cab that night to a party Prince Harry was at, and the next night she went on the date with him. I never heard from her again. Ever. I don't like people that behave like that. It's kind of rude. It showed me that she, I'm afraid, is probably a bit of a social climber.